So when you look at right now in the space that you're in, how are you able to manage love on the spectrum?
Mhm. It hasn't been working. It has. It hasn't been working. This is really. I'm going to just put this out there. Like me, I'm hyper focused, right? I can only really deal with one person at a time. But if you start ghosting, if you're like we're talking every day and my dopamine is up, and you miss 2 or 3 days, I forgot that you ever existed. And,
So if a man does not call you in 2 days and y'all have been talking consistently,
mhm.
he's done.
No, he's not done.
Okay.
Because see, life happens.
Yeah.
Girl, I got 592 text messages. I might not even respond to you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like, my brain, since I'm hyper focused, if I haven't talked to you in a couple of days, you probably went down my little priority list.
Okay.
And then if you call me, I'll probably be like, who's this? I mean, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
my brain has processed out. So, no, I mean, and I think that's what we were talking about. Everything, people have life going on. When you meet somebody, they're not going to stop their whole life for you.
Yeah.
I can't stop my whole life from you. Hey, what are you doing? I'm on a carpet. Hey, what are you doing? I'm interviewing with Brandy. I mean, my life is like really everywhere, but I'll prioritize who I need to prioritize.
Yeah. How are you prioritizing you in this season? Because I watched you when you were on the Mel Robbins episode, which was like 5 years ago, season 1 of Mel Robbins, right? Pre-podcast. This was like talk show Mel Robbins. And you were just a very different person. Like I was watching that. I was like, you had a different energy. You had a different aura about yourself.
What was that for you? What was the energy and the aura? What was it?
You seemed down.
I was highly depressed. I was really depressed.
Yeah.
I was on meds.
I didn't want to diagnose you, but I was like, she looks depressed.
I was defeated.
Yeah.
And see, this is the part where I go cry. I was defeated. I was broken. That was the part. I was literally on welfare. I was trying to figure it out, like, because I had
5 years ago.
Yeah, almost about 5 years ago. Yeah, about pre-COVID. That was almost pre-COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Yeah. No. Let's take that back. I was off of welfare by then, but I was so depressed because I was still trying to find my way, find my life. You know what I mean? And it's like I have a best friend named Shamana. She's a soror. She's my sans. And she said, Lori, you got to stop being the victim. You are the victim of your own story. And so then my therapist had told me, they was like, if your brain is going to loop, why not loop it with positive affirmation? Because I was just like, you know what? I'm just this, I'm that. You know, I ain't got no job, and I'm just this, and, you know, I need more money, and I still need more money. But, you know, if all of those things were going to loop, your brain is going to loop, why don't you loop it with positive things?
Yeah.
And when I went back and looked at that show, I said, I be doggone. I was so broken. And from that show, I started rebuilding my life. I started changing the way I talk to myself. Lori, you're worthy. You're going to do this. You have greatness inside of you. You're going to be this. Like this right now is a manifestation of how I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. I mean, you talked about on the show, it was other women who had experienced divorce and a deep heartbreak. And, you know, Mel was kind of helping you guys work through this challenging.
She stayed on me, though.
Yeah, she was on you.
She was on me.
You was trying to overtalk her too, Lori.
That was that.
Yeah, that was
ADHD.
that was that ADHD popping up. I was like, Lori, if you don't shut your ass up on this show.
But see, I'm trying to be like really present with you because I'm working on not trying to interrupt people. So this is a whole process for me.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Let me just tell you that. You're doing great. Because, I mean, really, when I watched you, I was like, it felt like you wanted to overcompensate for whatever you were feeling in that moment. Like, let me just say, something. And sometimes we feel these spaces in our lives with meaningless words or conversations, right? But I could tell that you were not this version of you. I was like, God, you just seem so much lighter, so much freer. I will say this, you seem freer in this season.
I am.
Yeah.
Because I just know God has something amazing for me. And I'll be 60 in October. I know. I don't look 60. But I just know this is just the beginning for me.
Yeah.
I just know that there is something big coming. I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is. But I know there is something major that is about to happen.
Yeah.
And I just have to prepare for it and be ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
I do. I feel it.
I mean, I want you to talk to the women because you said at 55, really at 55. So this is that 5 years that we're talking about. 55 is when you said, I'm going to go out here and live my dreams. I'm going to do the things that I want to do. And I think that so many women who are listening to us right now have found themselves in these spaces and places where they feel like, I'm too old, I'm divorced, my kids are grown, I'm just, it's over for me.
No.
What would you tell those women?
Can I go back to your dad?
Yeah.
Your dad. Okay, Sean was at the camp, right? And your dad had told all of the campers, because I'm going to bring this up because it's coming back to me. He told them to write down 200 dreams.
200 things.
No, big or small. And no, because when you start writing down 200 dreams, after 10, you just be like,
I don't even.
I can't even like dream no more after this.
Yeah.
And he said for every dream, he said whoever gets this dream book done, and you know your dad, because he was like, fuck it, y'all just go play. Y'all niggas ain't gonna do nothing, right? And they said whatever boy that sits there and do the dreams, I'm gonna give $1 for every dream, and he's gonna be your millionaire, he's gonna be your entrepreneur, your success story. And it was Sean. Sean don't talk to you. You know Sean don't talk.
Yeah.
And he became the rising star. And so I said, if this can work for him, you know what I mean? And then we went to Disney Dreamers Academy. And he was like, y'all parents, y'all need to have a dream too. And I was like, if this stuff can work for this boy, why can't it work for me? So I started writing down my dreams. I raised my daughter's phenomenal. She has a podcast. She does, my makeup too when I go on red carpets. Like, my kids are phenomenal. Shout out to Kennedy. And she's the one who stays on my back.
Yeah.
She stays on me.
Yeah.
But I said, Lori, you raised your kids. Why can't you live the life that God wants you to do? I moved to Atlanta with nothing. I had $200. I lived in my car. I had no job. I was unemployed. And I said, girl, God didn't bring you all the way down here for you just to do nothing.
Yeah.
I said, get up and live. And so what I started doing is I started investing in myself. We started working out. Remember that 6 o'clock workout that we used to do? You used to be coming in. You need to give up the sugar. You need to do that. So I had started working
Lori
out.
be up in there pussyfooting around in that workout. Ramisi just didn't, bless his heart. He didn't know what to do with her. She was up in there. She up in there and later on just talking, bringing lunch. She was up in there bringing her lunch, hanging
But
out.
that's okay. The legs got it. But, I started dreaming. And I don't think you're... And because, I'd be scared to talk to Mr. Harvey. I swear. I see him every day. I just be like, hey. So tell him I said thank you. But I started applying. I sit at that camp 7 years in, 7 years out. I started applying everything that Mr. Harvey was telling them boys. I started applying it to my life.
Wow.
And this is the result of the manifestations of the Habakkuk 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Because it's never too late. You have a dream. You have a purpose. One thing I know is I have a purpose, a passion, and a why. I'm very clear on all of them.
Yeah.
And when you find your why, it's going to catapult you to everything else that's going to happen in your life. Because I'm telling you, something major is going to happen. So whoever didn't know me then, like now, you don't know me then. I'm for real. Lori, I know you don't.
If that blessed you, trust me, you've only scratched the surface. There's so much more wisdom, truth, and transformation waiting in the full conversation. Click the link in the caption below to watch the entire interview. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode of Vault Empowers Talks.